One-on-one was going on, y'all. So what a wild card weekend. It was definitely super, bro. It was definitely wild. And honestly, it was a pretty good Super Bowl wild card weekend. And I'm not just saying that because the Cowboys won, but what I'm saying, at least we won. You know what I'm saying? So, we got that. But here we go. So I predicted every single one right except for the Giants and the Minnesota Vikings one. Now that one went south really quickly. I told you guys if Saquon Barkley stepped up, it would have been a closer game. Now he did step up, but it definitely wasn't. It was close, but not close enough for the Vikings to catch up and win at the fourth quarter. And honestly, that was surprising to me because I expected Justin Jefferson to get more yards or more targets, and then KJ Osborne will use the explosiveness, and so will Dalvin Cook on the screen plays. But no, that's not what happened. And honestly, it was just wild to me, and baffled me how the Vikings lost. So I got every single one right except for the Vikings and the Giants. Now, Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, yo. I did not expect Tampa Bay to perform that badly. But I did predict 31-28. They got 31-14. So I guess 2 touchdowns away. But I did also predict overtime. But some things gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And the Chargers and Jaguar game, that was also wild. Ravens Bengals was crazy, but Bengals got lucky on that fumble because they would have been down by 7 points already, and the Ravens would have advanced, and they would have to go against the Chiefs possibly. But it's all good. But I predicted the Bengals too, and Lamar Jackson didn't play, but wow. Okay, I didn't expect them to do that good without Lamar. And San Francisco versus Seattle. I told you guys it was going to be a blowout. What did I say? But it wasn't. It was nothing like that in first and second quarter. When I watched Kenneth Walker going to the end zone, I was kind of scared for my predictions on that one. But yeah, so here we are today. I am making my divisional round predictions. Y'all got it? Okay, so this this is a wild one, and I think this is going to be the best playoffs we ever seen. Honestly, Daniel Jones looking dangerous out there. Like Eagles and Chiefs got first round byes, and Brock Purdy, Mr. Relevant, could take his team to the Super Bowl possibly. But we're going to get to that in a minute. So here we go. We're going to start off with the Eagles versus the Giants. So this game is going to be a good one, and you know why? It's not going to be like the ones in the regular season. I am also predicting overtime for this one, but it's going to be. I'm gonna say that, this one will be well, since they changed the overtime rules, which I'll get about that next video. They changed the overtime rules. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that in the next video, but I think it's going to be overtime, but it's going to be more. I think. I want to say it will be like 40-33 in overtime, Eagles, because Jalen Hurts basically owns the Giants this season, and Jalen Hurts, I believe he can win this game, but he has to play through that strain that he has. Now, of course, this could backfire easily, but I think it's going to be a good game. I'm not even going to lie. I think it's going to be a good game, and the Eagles will come out on top, though, and they will advance in the NFC Championship. Yeah. So, next up, Chiefs, Jaguars. Oh, they played each other, and Chiefs won, I think. Chiefs won. And Jaguars and the Chiefs is also a good game. Trevor Lawrence is playing like Brock Purdy out there, leading his team to his first wildcard victory over the Chargers. And this is a game where all of it comes down to the turnover battle. And this is also another game where you have to be careful and not turn over the ball. And Patrick Mahomes does take risks most of the time, and we know what he does when he throws risk balls, bro. Like maybe 50-50 balls is a 50% chance he won't throw an interception. And you know how the Jaguars defense been playing the last 2 weeks. So if you know that, then you know that, and you know the Chiefs are going to be getting. Chiefs defense is pretty solid, but they're kind of like Dallas in a way where they play when they want to play. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and they gotta play this week. Not even a cap, and they gotta play. They gotta play. My prediction for this game is that Chiefs will come out on top. It'll be more a low scoring game. But I'll say 17-20 because Trevor Lawrence is a dog and he's going to tie it up eventually. But I believe it's going to come down to a field goal. And, Chiefs are bad at field goals. I forgot about that. But it will come down to field goal. I think they will win 20-17. And, yeah. Bengals and the Bills. So, I don't know. I don't know since we did not see the Bills and Bengals play, which because of Damar Hamlin. Not saying he's the reason why it was shut down. I'm just saying because of him, I sound so stupid. Anyways, we didn't get to watch, so I don't have any backdrop on to see who's gonna win or whatnot. So Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and they're gonna have a lot of their hands with Tre'Davious White back and Micah Hyde. This defense is also good at sacks and whatnot. So Joe Burrow will be taking sacks. They need to fix up that O-line. Jonah Williams is the only one good, and guess what? Dislocated kneecap, so he is going to be out for the rest of the season, and this O-line will be fall completely. I believe the Bengals will pull out on top 30-17. And Josh Allen is that dude. I believe he throws to Stephon Diggs at least 2 times in the end zone. All right, saving the best for last, Cowboys versus San Francisco. Now, I want to say Cowboys so bad, but, if they can play like they did last week, it'll be a more closer game. But eventually, San Francisco just always comes out on top. You know what I'm saying? San Francisco has been 11-game winning streak, and I don't expect that to end. I believe Deebo Samuel will be running through this Cowboys defense like water, honestly. And even though this could be a revenge game for Dak, and Dak did say it was his golden year, I don't believe they'll get to the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship at most. But there are good. I can't go with Dallas Cowboys, y'all. I just can't. I love the team. Don't get me wrong. They're my favorite team. But I just don't see them advancing over the 49ers, who apparently Mr. Irrelevant is leading them. And you know how he's playing. This guy is amazing. And not only that, they have too many weapons to be accounted for. And Jerron Bland and Jaron Curse might not be enough. And Trevon Diggs, because Trevon Diggs kept making mistakes last week, and it was annoying. Because I want to be a defensive back, and I always like paying attention to defensive backs, and because Trevon Diggs, Tre'Davious White, and Xavier Rhodes are kind of like my people that I look up to, because I want to be a defensive back in college. But to see Trevon Diggs making that mistake kind of annoyed me because he can't tackle too. So, and then you're going against Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk switching interchangeably, and so maybe sometimes George Kittle. There is no absolute way, especially if you're guarding George Kittle. That guy can get open eventually. So, with that being said, Trevon Diggs is not doing what he's supposed to, and that being said, that's the reason why. That's part of the reason why I don't believe in the Cowboys' defense as much as they did in the beginning of the season. Well, maybe not just because of one person. It's more or less that, it is because of one person. It's Trevon Diggs. I mean, okay, sure, some defensive backs are going to make mistakes. Everyone has. But you just... It was like 2 to 5 times I saw when I was watching the game, Cowboys Tampa Bay. He let Mike Evans get open. He keeps playing deep. He keeps playing deep safety, and then Mike Evans will cut, turn left, and then Trevor Diggs has good speed, but can't run enough. Can't run too fast to get the ball and slap it out of Mike Evans' hands, because Tom Brady can fit that ball pretty good. And honestly, I don't see. And if Brock Purdy is better than Tom Brady, you just know Trevor Diggs is going to be exhausted, and no interceptions, maybe some missed incompletions, maybe some swats in the air, but other than that, I don't see Trevor Diggs getting an interception. Now, I could be wrong, I could be jinxing, I don't know, but eventually, I do expect some turnovers, but not from Trevor Diggs specifically. And you know what? This score prediction, it will be a little wild, but I'm gonna say 30-24. San Francisco comes out on top, and that is my predictions this week. This divisional round will be crazy, y'all, and this is insane. Divisional round weekend is gonna be wild. It's gonna be crazy, and honestly, with that being said, this is my NFC Championship: Eagles versus 49ers, and the Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. A rematch of 2 to 3 years ago. And I do believe Bills will go against the Philadelphia Eagles, or Bills go against San Francisco. That will be if the San Francisco and Eagles both win in the division round, that will be like the hardest of all to predict. So yeah, with that being said, I'll catch y'all later. Bills, and yeah, this is gonna be a crazy weekend. Honestly, hope y'all catches the games. And with that being said, I'm your boy Reggie, signing off. Peace.